History is repeating itself. Back in the day, when the pyramid ships first revealed themselves, many people in the Destiny community were deceived. They were deceived because they believed that these ships were the actual darkness. They believed this for two reasons. The first being that Bungie at the time heavily implied that they were the actual darkness. And also, many characters in the world of Destiny claimed and stated that they were the actual darkness. When we look at the present and what's being said now, we know that that isn't the case. Bungie doesn't call them the darkness, they call them the Black Fleet, and many characters in the world have since changed their tune, most recently being Ikora Rey. Now, I think many people in the community have been able to come to this realization on their own. But that doesn't change the fact that initially they were misled. And that brings us to this video. Like I said at the very start, history is repeating itself. A character called the Witness has been introduced, and when I look at specifically how they were introduced, it makes sense to me when I look at comment sections of videos and just the internet in general, and I see people saying that this character is the actual darkness, this character is the Winnower, and so on. I believe that people are being misled again, perhaps not as intentionally as before, but still it is happening. And I think that there's just a great deal of confusion out there. And I'll be honest with you, I was confused as well when Witch Queen first happened. I was really confused. If you saw my reaction, my initial reaction to the Witness, I was laughing because, well, Max has a really funny laugh, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I was kind of shocked. This was not what I was expecting. However, it's been many weeks since then, and much information is out there concerning this character, more than I kind of thought there would be. I've gone through this information, and I've been able to kind of piece together what I think the truth is about this character. And so with this video, I'm hoping I can maybe help some of you in case you're confused. So with that being said, let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to tell you what I believe the Witness isn't and what I believe they are. And to begin with, let's talk about what they are not. The walking fire extinguisher is not the Winnower, and that's a fact. In case you don't know who the Winnower is, that's the entity, the one who controls the darkness, and this dude ain't that. How do I know this? Well, first of all, they have a body, which is something that the darkness doesn't have, either by choice or because they can't. Second, the Winnower has told us that he's on his way. This was back in Shadowkeep 2 years ago. And I think the reason is fairly simple, to end the bet that they made with the Gardener or the Light. If this Witness was the same character as the Winnower, would it really make sense for the Witness to say 2 years ago that they're on their way, and then 2 years later go, oh, we've seen enough, we're on our way? It just doesn't make any sense. Third reason is the language that is used. I've harped on about the use of language and pronouns for quite a while now, especially when I was trying to distinguish the difference between the pyramids and the Winnower. The Winnower, whenever the Winnower has ever spoken, it's always been using words like I and me. Some quotes, for example, are, I am by all accounts the winning side, she will bow to me, and of course my favorite, my man Oryx. Whereas if you look at the pyramids, they say things like, we are your salvation, we are not your friends, blah blah blah. And when we look at the Witness, apart from one example that I found of them saying, Rhulk, my child, they pretty much exclusively speak using we and are. So again, I can't understand why the Winnower would just randomly change how they talk. So those are three pretty basic reasons. I mean, I'm going to just say the most obvious one is the fact that Savathun says that the Witness is not the darkness. She specifically says that the Witness is not the darkness, but wears it as a cloak, giving it a dark shape, or a wicked shape, whatever, I don't know. So those are four very basic reasons. I think we can kind of safely say now that this is not the Winnower. The Witness is not the actual darkness, the Winnower is, and they are not one and the same. Okay, that's cool. We've talked about what the Witness isn't. Let's talk about what they potentially are. Let's try and figure out this character. We have two sources of information to go off of. The first being Savathun and the second being Rhulk. Let's start off with Savathun. Okay, now just a heads up. There's usually a 2 lies and a 2 truths kind of disclaimer that she gives before she says what she says. I'm going to try and pick apart the lies from the truth, but I might get it wrong, so that's just a heads up for that. To begin with though, let's look at the line that I think has the highest chance of being a truth.
It is not darkness, but something that wears it like a cloak. It gives darkness a wicked shape.
This is Savathun talking to herself, not us, so I'm going to say that this is not a lie. Savathun clearly says the witness is not the darkness, but wears it as a cloak, giving it a wicked shape. What I get from this as well is that, apart from the fact that they're not the Winnower, they do wield the darkness, and they do serve the darkness. Let's look at the next line.
The witness birthed the darkness.
This is just a straight up lie, not just because of everything else that I've said so far, but also what she says next goes against this.
The witness was once mortal. Its people were blessed by the light, just as your kind were.
I am confident that this is true, because she actually has two lines. There's this line, and then there's another one that ties in with it. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think Savathun has told a lie twice so far. Anyway, I believe that this is true. It explains the body, the whole wearing the darkness as a cloak thing, and it also ties the character in with the pyramid ships. This is also why I believe the witness is referred to as the child of darkness, why they have foam spewing out of their head, why they have the two voices speaking at once. This guy was once a normal created being, but they've been ascended, they've been remade, they've been given a power boost. They are now on a completely different level to any other creature except for most likely the Guardians, and of course, the Winnower and the Gardener. That's also, by the way, why I refer to the witness as a dude. My interpretation of the pronoun it being used and the male and female voice, I just think this is an egotistical thing. I think this is the character making an attempt at claiming godhood. Ooh, look at me, I'm so creepy. No. The truth is, this character most likely was just some fanatical dude who got lucky and was given a power boost. To me, they're just another lackey, and I really don't have any interest in them. To paraphrase Savathun from last season, don't look at the weapon, but the one who wields it. Let's look at the next line.
It is the power of the witness to move worlds from one reality to another.
I'm going to say this is a truth. I think it's more likely that the witness took the planets than Savathun. But yeah, I'm not too wowed by this, because if what Savathun says is true, then we will have a similar power as well. I look at the witness as being our dark opposite. Maybe they're more powerful than us for now, but we don't have a power cap. I don't believe that, and I think we will eventually be on a level playing field with him.
The witness is the child of darkness.
Welcome, children of light.
In my opinion, this confirms that in terms of potential power and the purpose that they've been given, he is our dark equivalent. I say this because we are referred to as the children of light by the disciple. We are the opposites of each other, specifically when it comes to our loyalties and the masters we serve. Also, just real quick, what is the witness's motivation? What is their ultimate goal? What do they want?
The witness seeks the final shape, and the final shape is nothing.
This is not a unique goal at all. If you've watched my final shape video, you'll know that this is the end game for the Winnower. The witness purely having this goal makes me wonder if they even have a will of their own, to be honest with you. And it also kind of, again, reduces my interest in them. They are a lackey, nothing more. Okay, I'm comfortable so far with what I've shown from Savathun. Let's look at Rhulk and their past. Again, this isn't a lore dump, so I'm not going to be reading out lore pages. I'll tell you what I got from them. Out of everything that I have seen of Rhulk and the Witness's history together, one thing stands out above the rest. His interaction with the Worm Gods. To clear up any confusion, and yeah, this really confused me at the start as well, so I was really helped by this. The Worm Gods were not made by the pyramids. They were not made by Rhulk. They were not made by the Witness. They are separate. Rhulk, on behalf of the Witness, went to them to try and get them in on the plan to create the Hive. So what's the big takeaway from this interaction? It further proves that the Witness is not the darkness. We know that the Worm Gods follow the sword logic. And, well, I mean, this is most likely where the Hive learned the sword logic, right? And the fact that the pyramids didn't make them further widens the divide between them and the Witness. If the witness was the Winnower, he would have shown up and they would have done exactly what he wanted, no questions asked. But the witness isn't the Winnower, and so he has to go and try and convince them. In another part of Rhulk's lore, the witness tells Rhulk that they are his salvation, which again, it ties them, the witness, to the pyramids, not the Winnower. Finally, and just a question for you, why would the witness show themselves to an insignificant creature like Rhulk, when Oryx had to apparently become the most powerful being in existence in order to only talk to an unborn ogre that was possessed by the deep? It doesn't make sense at all. I'm sorry, I think Oryx would actually beat Rhulk in a fight. That's just me though. So we've successfully separated the witness from the Winnower using information from both Savathûn and Rhulk. For this character, what is my opinion / theory? Well, I think the witness is a dark speaker. I think they pledged themselves fully to the Winnower, and so they were reshaped and reborn. Their existence now has only one purpose, which is to further the Winnower's goal, which is to get the final shape, or in other words, kill everything. It's not that interesting to me, I'll be honest with you. On a side note, I do believe that the witness was at one point a member of the pyramid race. I don't think every single member of the race looks like the witness. Again, I believe he was remade. I don't think they all have the smoke coming out of their heads. This being has been ascended. But I do think the humanoid form and the similarity between the witness and the faces and the smoke coming out of their head, I think those faces they bear a more similar resemblance to what the pyramid race actually look like. So I do think that they're based off of the pyramid race. Now, apart from the names of the future expansions, I don't have any evidence for what I'm about to say next, okay? But this is my personal prediction for how I think things are going to play out. I feel like in Lightfall, the witness is going to show up, and ooh, I'm scary, and then by the end of the expansion, we're going to sit on him. And then, at the end, the stars are going to go out, like in the Marasena lore book, and Bungie is going to giggle about how deceived we were because the real big bad has shown up, the Winnower. I'm sorry, but I don't see the witness lasting 2 expansions. Think about it. There has never been a Destiny villain who's been the main villain of 2 expansions back to back. That's never happened. So why would the witness do that? What, you think the witness is going to show up at the very start, right? And be like, yeah, I'm the big bad. And then they're going to be, oh, you have to kill my lackeys, and then you can fight me in the next expansion. That's so lame. That's not going to happen. I can't see that happening. But anyway, this is my personal prediction. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. And yeah, this is my interpretation of the information that I've gone through. Hopefully this has cleared up some of your confusion. If you've watched to the end of the video, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think. Do you think that my interpretation makes any sense? Do you think I'm completely wrong? Let me know, because yeah, I just would like to know. And that's that. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Lend your support, subscribe, and stand at our side. The journey is just beginning.